get into some homosexual news. So apparently, there's some tea that's been coming out. I saw that it was on the Daily Mail, but Daily Mail got some type of paywall. They want you to pay. I would not pay for the trash that they be spewing over there. So shout out to Page Six who broke it on down and had the tea regarding what was going on with David Geffen, who's 82, who's in the process of divorcing a 32-year-old former go-go dancer and adult performer. Because I did come across some stuff, research purposes, and I came across some David Armstrong videos where he was topping some white boy in, I think it was a Sean Cody video. I don't know how I stumbled across it, but I think like somebody posted it or whatever in a group chat or something I'm in, and I happened to see the video. So I was like, oh, I think he was using a condom too. I'm like, ew, okay, daughter. So look, she out here gay for pay, according to some of these people. So now shocking new details about David Geffen's estranged husband, David Armstrong, have been revealed by his family and ex-girlfriend. The former go-go dancer's adopted father, Patrick Armstrong, claims that he learned about his son's forthcoming divorce from the billionaire businessman via the media. Well, isn't that how we usually all find out about stuff? He said, quote, I don't know where he, as in David, is or what the situation is. First I heard about it was one of my sons saw it on TV. This is what he told the Daily Mail. Quote, we kind of didn't even know about the marriage, but 50 years is a big age gap. Patrick, 68, added of the couple's huge age difference. He said, I don't know how you expect to work it out. My soon-to-be former son-in-law is older than me. Patrick told the outlet that he wasn't invited to David and the film producer's 2023 nuptials, and that he last saw his son 2 years ago at a family reunion. At the time, however, the 32-year-old allegedly didn't mention he had gotten married. Quote, for some reason, I Googled his son's name, and that's when it came up, Patrick shared. I never expected I could Google one of my kids' names and have them show up. Patrick revealed that he had never met Geffen, but also looked him up on the internet. Saying, quote, some of the stuff I looked up, it kind of sounds like Geffen is a little overbearing, but you can't believe everything you read. I can't really have an opinion on him. Wasn't there some old story that came out back in the day about David Geffen and my Virgo twin, Keanu Reeves? I remember hearing that too. And look at them. They're in the front with Bakari. I was trying to see who this woman is over here. I barely could recognize you, but all I remember is I see Michael B. Jordan, all that meat, all that thickness, that muscle and stuff, where they had look like y'all at a basketball game, sitting courtside. So Patrick also told the Daily Mail that he allegedly had to go through Geffen's business secretary to contact his son by phone, and then David would get back to us. Though he said David regularly kept in touch with his older sisters, Patrick claimed that his son got quiet a few months ago. Patrick, who adopted David and 13 other kids with his wife after they had 2 biological children, said the model siblings were happy for his marriage. Saying, quote, evidently, it looks like it didn't work out, which would have been my thing at the beginning because it's too big of an age difference. I don't know how you could fall for someone 50 years older than you because you don't even have the same stuff in common. Well, you know what? They may not have the same stuff in common in regards of like who your favorite artists is, like music and movies and pop culture stuff, or just any kind of well-rounded conversation. Like, I don't know what the hell they would have a conversation about because, yeah, the man is 50 years older than his husband. But y'all got coins in common. He got the money, and you just be the overall arm candy accessory. And you just live luxurious off of the cointadas. So they also said that evidently it looks like it didn't work out, which would have been my thing at the beginning because it's too big of an age difference. I don't know how you can fall for someone 50 years older than you because you don't even have the same stuff in common, stuff you grew up with. Patrick admitted that he was surprised his son even got with Geffen, knowing that David didn't even seem to be interested in boys. Well, if you get around with dudes, and the fact of the matter is that you've been trying to have a specific lifestyle that you want to accumulate. And the only way you're going to get that was with a sugar daddy instead of a sugar mama. Oh, trust and believe, these little gay for pays become full-on homosexuals in a minute. I'm not saying you can be turned gay, but when you looking for three hots and a cot, and you want to live the life of luxury, all of a sudden you'll put a peen in your mouth and up your ass when you need to, or put your peen up somebody's ass, unless David is a full-fledged bottom. And he do kind of give me that, because you the businessman. A lot of times these men that like to be in powerful positions, they real submissive in the bed. I've been around. Ooh, testing. Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Hold on. I accidentally stepped on my mic on the cord, and I unplugged my mic. I was like, look, I've been around the world and I. So I know how the men's are, especially these men with money. Um, but anyway, so the dad of 16 told the Daily Mail he's unsure if David will reach out amid the divorce, saying, quote, "We just kind of waiting to see if he mentions it, bring it up on his own terms." Now, David's ex-girlfriend also shared some insight into their past. The woman, who remains anonymous, told the outlet that she believes David's romance with Geffen was kind of typical. She said, "I just think he got what he was looking for. He cared a lot about the money. In my eyes, he always wanted to become rich and famous, and he got to live vicariously through the rich and fame by, luxuriating with David Geffen." And like I said, when you want something, you put that kind of energy out there, you don't never know how it's going to come. But if you want that luxurious lifestyle, you want to be wine dining 69 and luxuriating off of someone else's riches, then you gonna find a way to get that meat nice and hard, and let your little your sugar daddy put his mouth on it and probably suck it up like a vacuum hose up his butt. So now, she also said he wanted the name brand stuff, the cologne, the sunglasses, the shoes. He wanted to be a public figure. He had big dreams. You want big dreams, you want fame. Well, fame costs. And right here, you're gonna pay it with pain and sweat. In the words of my girl Debbie Allen, and that's what he did. The woman said that she wasn't surprised by news of the divorce because there was quite an age gap. She said, "I'm sure as hell I'm not marrying someone 50 or 60 years older than me so I can watch them die." Damn, why'd you say it like that? She said, "So I could watch them die." She shared, noting that she was proud of Geffen for divorcing David before he passed away to prevent him from getting his entire fortune. Well, look, sometimes you can't even predict that, because what if you would have married him and then all of a sudden it became like an Anna Nicole Smith type situation? And remember, that whole family was fighting her over that coin. Now, earlier this month, TMZ reported that the record company founder, who has a net worth of more than $9 billion, filed for divorce from David after 2 years of marriage with no prenup in place. Geffen cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split, and has hired attorney Laura Wasser to represent him in the split. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Laura Wasser also repped Jennifer Lopez and in the whole divorce with Ben Affleck. Or did she just provide some tea? Now, they said that now that though Geffen has amassed his wealth through founding several record companies, including Asylum Records, DreamWorks Records, DGC Records, and Geffen Records. He has so many damn record labels. He has been retired for 15 years, and most of his income now consists of equities and stocks. TMZ reported that California law states dividends from stocks are separate property, which means David may not get much in the divorce. I should also point out that I read an article where the New York Daily News spoke to top divorce attorney Martha Cohen Stein, who represented Lawrence Fishburne and Andrew Cuomo in their divorces, revealed people are startled that there was no prenup, but in this case, not having a prenuptial agreement was strategically in billionaire Geffen's best interest. Now, California law, like the law of most states, protects a person's separate property and limits the duration of spousal support in short marriages. In California, the guideline is 1 year of support for every 2 years of marriage. So Geffen will pay Armstrong 1 year of spousal support. Stein said no community property to divide because Geffen has been retired for 15 years and no marital property was accumulated. Now, Stein's West Coast equivalent, Laura Wasser, reps Geffen, and Laura has an easy case. Geffen was smart to eschew the prenup agreement route. So a lot of people out here thinking that David Geffen is an idiot for not doing the whole prenup situation. It looks like, according to some actual attorneys, he did the right thing. And David thought he was like, oh yeah, I hit the jackpot because I married this billionaire. I was like, sir, he only paying you a little coin totters for the year. And after that, you got to figure out what the hell else you're going to do. He might come out and make an OnlyFans. I would not be surprised with that, because what else he going to do? So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story regarding David Geffen and the other David? First of all, I'm still gagging over the fact that you married somebody with the same name as you. Like, how does that work in the bedroom? Like, y'all moaning each other's names and stuff. Like, that is such an ego thing, if there ever was one.